Ohio gozaimashita. I'm Deadbeef, and I am definitely fluent in Japanese. For my very first high-quality shitpost here, I'll be looking at Ninja Gaiden, an NES classic. Have you ever wanted to relive the classic nostalgia of asbestos poisoning that every 90s kid fondly looks back on? Then are you in luck? Ninja Gaiden separates the boys from the men, and the soldiers from the samurai. Considering the modern state of difficult games, I think we need a breath of stale and rancid air on the scene to truly appreciate progress. So Tecmo created Ninja Gaiden alongside their arcade release of the same name. Emphasis here on alongside. See, I didn't know this needed clarification, but the ideas of paying each time after a game over versus a one-time payment for the full game are not equivalent in the slightest. However, I have figured out what exactly IGN meant here by landmark achievement. IGN cracked the code to the puzzle we didn't know we were solving. But what is Tecmo hiding from us with this game? See, I believe that Ninja Gaiden exists for the sole purpose of reintroducing nationalism to the domesticated Japanese populace as propaganda. Our story begins with Japanese shinobi Ryu Hayabusa going to the heretical west to share Nihon Gunkoku Shugi. And bringing the glory of imperialist Japan to the fat, stupid Americans that live there. While initially being swayed and deceived by a sultry white devil, he quickly goes back to his divine mission. However, he finds his father's gay lover dead and Shinzo Abe's repopulation plan stolen. As any understanding, sensible Showa-era soldier, he goes on a righteous crusade to get it back while any percent glitchless speedrunning war crimes in the process. Most of the enemy designs are just people you see at Muscle Beach or the average strip mall, so take that how you will. I won't lie though, the game is pretty saucy in terms of controls. Popping enemies with your sword, jumping, and wall climbing are all pretty slick. The real meat is the difficulty. Side note, every single secondary weapon is garbage except for the flame wheel. The only reason you play this game is to reflect on simpler times when slop just meant really bad porridge, and the most angering thing you'd come across online was just some cringe meme about COVID a 30-year-old father posted on Reddit. Either that, or you're a masochist in the purest sense of the word. Through the power of the new and improved Meiji Restoration, you one-tap all gaiden. However, just like a kamikaze pilot, you don't have much health and are not long for this world. The cherry on the sundae that is this game is without a doubt the boss design. These bosses are a plague on this earth. And don't even get me started on the final boss. This is the first of 3 final bosses, and if you die to any of them, your ass gets sent back straight to the start of Act 6, which took me nearly a week to beat without game over. No spoilers, but it only gets worse from here. It's not that this boss, the next 2, or even the game are difficult per se. In fact, I would say that Ninja Gaiden is pseudo-difficult. Don't get me wrong, the enemy spawns are bullshit, random birds knock you off every platform, and the invincibility frames you get after taking damage often work against you and stunlock you. I might even have a new fear of bridges due to this game. But despite all this, it feels like the game is closer to a series of gimmicks than it is true difficulty. It's not skill expression, it's memorization, and once you figure out how to solve an encounter, it's just executing a few jumps and sword swings in the right order with the right timing. A good example of this is the despawn mechanic. Because the screen follows your character, if you can get an enemy to walk off the screen and despawn while keeping its spawn point on screen preventing its respawn, you can force despawns. Look, I love this game, but it's hard for me to give you an objective analysis because the nostalgia goggles are sewn onto my face like a jigsaw trap. Wait, hold up. What the? Given all this, my final rating is a demilitarized Japan out of 10. Stay tuned for more garbage.